What's up, everybody? Welcome to Waukesha, Wisconsin, and the Burn Boot Camp podcast. I got Erin here in the building, and she is a fantastic member from Waukesha. We just had 100 and something people out on the floor for my camp, and this is an incredibly energetic and awesome community. And I asked them to choose one member, as I always do when I go to gyms, because I love just like being able to sit down and hear your story. I asked them for one member who would represent Burn Boot Camp. And they would be proud to hear on the podcast. And they said, Erin.
Thank you. Honored to be here.
So I'm excited to have you, and I just really want to get to know you. I want to get to know your story. I want to know what Burn means to you. I want to know what advice you have for other people who, are maybe not ready to commit to their journey yet. And just talking about everything under the sun. But we're going to kind of start it where you want to, okay? So I want everyone to get to know you a little bit. So why don't you just tell me a little bit about where you at currently right now, your family, when you joined Burn, then we'll go reverse, and then we'll kind of go to like childhood and bring you up, and then we'll go future too. But I really want you to think about the ups and downs in life, right? Because we all go through them, and it's so inspiring to people when we're vulnerable and we get to talk about the ups and downs. Because it gives them permission, not that they need it, but some people do find value in hearing you, and then, man, she can do it, I can do it. So let's start there, Erin. Tell me about yourself, your family, and kind of what life is like right now today.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. Well, I have been married for 15 years, and I have 4 daughters.
4 daughters?
Yes.
Okay, good.
So that's my number one job right now, being a mom to 4 girls, trying to raise them in this crazy world and raise them right. And
how old are they?
5, 7, 10, and 12.
Okay.
So they're at that age right now where we're trying to do our best to influence them in the right direction and be positive role models for them so that they can grow up to be strong women. Yeah,
they're right in that prime age for being conditioned psychologically. Yeah.
That's right. Mm-hmm. And it's a totally different childhood than when I grew up now. Yeah. Which we are learning with, middle school and all the outside influences that we never had. We never had all this social media and all these standards that young girls think that they need to live up to today. So, so that is my main job. And then after I was a member here for a while, I'm actually now part of the dream team at Burn Waukesha and Burn Sussex.
Awesome.
Specifically Sussex now.
Okay.
So I started here and now primarily working at Sussex.
Okay, cool.
So I lead the client experience team, the Burn ambassadors over there.
Okay, cool.
And so that's where we are.
So you said you have 4 daughters, and so did you guys plan, like when you have 3 daughters, did the 4th daughter come out? You're like, yes, we have 4 daughters, let's go. Or did your husband?
Well, she'll kill me if she sees this in 20 years. But we were shooting for that boy.
Yeah, of course.
And then had the whole gender reveal thing and cut into the cake, and there it is, pink again.
Well, you have this responsibility for 3 daughters, 4 daughters. Excuse me, 4 daughters. You have this responsibility, as a woman in America now to be that role model. And you said you talk about like your past. Did you have those role models in your life? How was your life growing up?
Yeah, I had a great childhood.
Awesome.
My mom was a huge influence on me. Strong. Oh, geez, I wasn't expecting this already. Strong lady.
You're proud of your mom.
Yes.
Yeah. These are tears of happiness.
Yeah. She's great.
And what do you take from your mom that you could pass down, that you are passing down to your daughters?
She has the grit that her mom had, with that era growing up in the Depression, and her mother raised her siblings. Mm-hmm. She passed that down to my mom, who has passed that down to me. Mm-hmm. So just kind of living off that family legacy of strong women and good role models, and now I have that responsibility, which is I do not take lightly to have 4 daughters of my own. So
you said grit, right? That's one trait that has been passed down through you through your kind of the matriarchy of your family. Mm-hmm. What other positive characteristic traits do you think have been passed down that you want to pass down to your girls?
just kindness, reaching out to the person that's left behind or that is standing alone in the corner, just going out of your way to make them feel welcome and comfortable. And that is one of the absolute pleasures of this job is bringing that person in that doesn't feel like they might not fit in here. It's their first day and they're scared, and because I 100% relate to that. Bringing them in, showing them that they are capable, they can do things. And yeah, just I am a people person. I love learning people's stories. I love talking to them, figuring out what their journey was to get them into Burn Boot Camp, and yeah.
What is some of the, so you know you're in this position to lead leaders who are leading members, and when you mentioned your people are on the floor and they might be new or they might be introverted, you make it a point to go and like really be their comrade and open up and get them to open up and really get them to open their heart and their mind into what this could do for their life, right?
Yeah.
And it's my inference that you can only do that because this has helped your life in
absolutely
some way, shape, or form. And
absolutely.
I'm curious to know how Burn Boot Camp has impacted you, and maybe what are some of the you hear your great family lineage, but that doesn't make it all sunshine and rainbows, right?
Absolutely not.
Like there's lots of hard things that we go through. So talk to me about some of those hard things and how that kind of shaped you for the position that you're in.
Well, I started off as that person that was completely petrified to step foot in this gym. I was out of shape. I basically, I had 4 children in 7 years.
Yeah.
I grew children, I fed them, I sustained them, and that was basically all I did. Therefore, I really took the back burner, which is, I think, what a lot of parents do. That's a natural thing that you're going to give every ounce of your energy.
I had at least 3 of our members today tell me that exact story of like the just giving so much that they almost like forgot to fill their cup up.
Right. And it's natural. You want to do that for your children. You want your children to have a better life than you've had. But along the way, I did lose a little bit of me. Mm-hmm. So this place does mean a lot. I am not just a mom, I'm not just a wife. Having postpartum depression and thinking that, is there something else for me? Yes, I love my children, I wouldn't change that for the world, but what makes me happy? I've gained confidence. I learned that I like being a leader. I never knew that about myself. I've kind of been fine just being in the periphery and standing off to the side. Mm-hmm. I love being a leader. Mm. Sounds crazy to say in my 40 years of life that I didn't know that about myself. Mm-hmm. I love having a little impact on the people that walk through the door, being that welcoming face, the first person that they see. And just if I have a small impact on their journey and realizing that they are welcome in this place, this scary place, because I remember how scary it was. And it's not scary once you come in, but it's that first step of walking through the door. Right. And once you're here, you realize that's exactly where you need to be.
When is the moment that you knew that you were finding yourself? Because you didn't lose yourself. It's more that you had to rediscover
I had
yourself.
To rediscover. I forgot.
Yeah, you just forgot.
Yeah. I was burnt out as a mom. I would get to the end of the day and it was just like, I survived another day.
Yeah.
But what was I doing to pour into myself? Mm-hmm. Nothing.
Yeah.
I was unhappy, I was overweight, I was not eating the right foods, I wasn't sleeping well. So this place I've really learned about all of those things, mm-hmm. and I am such a better mom, I'm such a better wife, friend, because I take care of myself.
What types of things do your children recognize you for? Do your husband, your friends recognize you for? Kind of pre-burn Erin to Burn Erin, if
well,
you
my
will.
girls love doing like push-up contests now,
Okay,
which is funny. You know, they say like strong like mom. That's a phrase that we say at our house all the time.
Yeah.
We really never talked about fitness or health or being strong.
They're just emulating you, right?
Yeah, and they know that I'm at Burn every single day. If I'm not, it's a Sunday, and they know it's a Sunday because I'm not there.
Right.
They make fun of me because everywhere we go, we see people and they're like, "Oh, there's another Burn friend."
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
But just giving them that role model that strong is beautiful. Yeah, I don't take it lightly.
What about your friends, your husband? Have they noticed changes? Is there an outward confidence that you have that maybe was buried a little bit?
I think
during a
so.
depression?
Yeah, my husband's never said anything. I mean, he's very proud of me. He's very
supportive.
Absolutely, yeah. He's he hasn't, in so many words said so, but I can just tell he's a man of very few words.
Yeah.
So, but I know his
actions speak louder than
absolutely,
words.
And I know he's very proud of me.
That's amazing. So, now you're in this position to be a leader here at this gym in Sussex, and you're able to now, it seems to me, transfer the energy that you felt yourself of that self-rediscovery, that self-awareness, that confidence building, partly because of here, but also mostly because of the decision that you made to come here, right?
That's right.
So when you think about your future and you think about leading these two gyms, and you're getting new members in here all the time,
mm-hmm.
What do you hope that the communities, how do you hope the communities evolve? If you really take a look at them like they are under your leadership and you're coming from that perspective.
I mean, I just hope we can continue to change and impact lives, show people, women, that they are capable, that they can do hard things. It transpires through every single aspect of your life. And the confidence that we see from somebody's day one to even just the end of a trial period at day 28, it's like, how is this even the same person?
Right. I mean, you're already doing that. I mean, this community was amazing. And when I don't know if you saw that line after, the meet and greet line after, to just, people want to take pictures with me, and when they get a chance to say, like, for like 1 minute, they get to tell me everything.
As fast as they can.
Yeah. I mean, one person today came up to me and gave me like the longest hug and just said I was going to do it and I didn't, talking about suicide because of burn, and like that made me cry instantly. And that's real. That's like it's a real thing, like literally saving people's lives because of this place. And I know that's a reflection of you and your journey that you've gone through, because you're leading the experience, right? And the outcome of the experience is 50 people all standing in a line to tell me how deeply they are thankful for you and your team. And so I just wanted to say thank you while we're on the podcast, and encourage you to keep going and keep dreaming bigger and bigger and bigger, because confidence is something that we can continually get better and build on. And obviously we're going to go to Sussex later this evening. We're going to see the same thing. Is there any one particular story of a member that you might want to relay to us that comes to your mind?
Actually, there is.
Okay,
just this past week, we had somebody come into Sussex, and she was just like deer in the headlights, like very few words. I kind of asked her what brought her in, and tried to get a little bit out of her, and was very, very quiet, very scared. She did the camp. She completed the camp, and afterwards I met her after off the floor, and she was literally a completely different person. She talked to me nonstop for like 20 minutes, told me her entire life journey, her whole story, and it was like, what transpired in those 45 minutes that made you from, not wanting to share anything to then sharing? And she had a very, very long, very complicated story to share that was the real reason why she came in.
Yeah.
She wasn't ready to say it the minute she walked in the door, but after feeling comfortable, feeling capable, feeling included, and feeling the support of the community, she was ready to share it.
Yeah, she felt connected to you.
Yeah, and it was amazing, and it was almost as if she didn't want to leave. She had somebody that she was just kind of letting this all out. Those are the stories that I just absolutely love.
Well, I feel connected to you. You're very genuine in the way that you approach, like, even this conversation. I know being on a podcast where there's thousands of people listening to it is not always an easy thing, but your energy is amazing, and I just so appreciate you leading the charge here in Wisconsin in these 2 gyms. And I got one last question for you because you have this microphone. I want you to be able to speak life into women out there or men who maybe you're just outside looking in, and a lot of members. We have a lot of members, but we also have a lot of people outside looking in that listen to the podcast. What would you tell them?
I take a chance, take a risk. It doesn't feel good to go outside of your comfort zone, but it's going to be worth it. Step through the doors.
Just take action.
Carrie and Karen have built this amazing community. We are like a second family. So.
Well, I appreciate you being here today. This is really
Thank
great.
you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you.
And being vulnerable.
Thank you.
Yes, you're a light in our lives. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
okay?
Devan.
All right.
Thanks.
Hey guys, Burn Boot Camp Podcast. You heard from Erin today, Waukesha in Sussex. And we are getting ready to start the 8:30 camp, so we're going to get going, guys. 2 claps on 2, 1, 2. Make sure you flex on that subscribe button, okay? Flex on it. Let's go. I need your reviews. Leave them. Have a good one.